Cracking!
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Evil Geniuses versus Relax. You're doing fine. Game 2 after what was pretty good stomp by Evil Geniuses. It seems like both Alliance and Evil Geniuses are having no problems whatsoever with some of these Tier 2 teams, or at least so far. But I have faith in Relax. I've been casting a lot of games of them lately. I have faith that they're going to be able to do a much better job getting into Game 2, maybe a different draft, something like that, that'll help them deal with Evil Geniuses, because it looks like, new patch or no, they still seem to have a solid hold on the meta. I can welcome in my co-caster now, Mr. Rio Burrows, going to be joining me once again on the microphone.
How's it going? Glad to be here, and let's see if they can bounce back. Like you said, Relax. I do think they have a good shot to take them out, because this is actually the second game, and it's both on Luxembourg. It's not 200 ping isn't as big of a deal, but it is still a delay nonetheless. And
listen, Rio.
What?
You're being a server mongerer. You know that, right?
Hey.
You keep bringing up the server. I do want to say.
I'm just saying.
Evil Geniuses, when they replaced Cloud9 into this tournament, they were warned ahead of time that it was going to be purely Luxembourg, and they agreed to it. So.
I'm just letting people know, like, if they see some funky stuff like last game, like Mason, he doomed that when I don't know, that was still kind of when he doomed middle and he still got the kill because Zai came in and cleaned up the Ember. I mean, sometimes you do a little bit, just a second delay sometimes, but they banned out the tree. I mean, and I'm glad they did that. I don't know if Naga is that imbalanced anymore. I wanted to see, because I know EG would still maybe run it. I wanted to see how good Naga carry is now, but we're not going to see that.
Yeah, I didn't really feel that it was, of course, in the hands of Evil Geniuses, it's damn scary, but in general, I felt the hero was still pretty well balanced. The ultimate was really obnoxious, and I think it was one of the more powerful things. But when it came to like the late game, split pushing, radiance, all that sort of deal, I saw enough teams being able to deal with it, whether it was the early game or the super late game, one way or another. I saw plenty of teams being able to upset the Naga Siren. So yeah, I'm kind of interested, especially with the nerfs coming in, that we still see the Naga being banned out. Invoker is going to be the first pick coming out here from Evil Geniuses. And we're going to go ahead and see an Ancient Apparition grabbed by Relax. And I guess Arteezy, now that he's back from school, he really wants to continue his practice with the Invoker.
No, he's came from school being a student. Now he's a teacher. He's going to teach you all how to play Dota. So you got it backwards there, my friend. You see here, the Lycan on... That's the one bad thing. You can try to let Relax take the Lycan, but if you don't take the Lycan and you're on Dire side, there's just no reason why not to take it up. So I think Lycan sucks on Radiant, but on Dire side, it's really good.
You really think it's that big of a difference?
I think it's a really big difference because they have an Invoker too, which will go Exort. As long as you can get map control and push out these lanes, I think it's easy Roshan's.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agreed with you, and I actually thought, and I asked Nahas for the stats, I thought there was going to be the biggest discrepancy when it comes to heroes and what side they're on. I thought there was going to be a much bigger discrepancy with Lycan from Radiant to Dire. Truth is, when I checked in with this stat from Nahas, he actually had a better win rate on Radiant side. So, I don't know, man. The mystery of stats. I know it should be a big advantage, and obviously it's a big deal. But at the same time, they're on the Dire side. You're already thinking about Roshan. Maybe you put in that little bit of extra effort. You catch out Lycan while he's trying to do Rosh. Maybe being on the Radiant side is the surprise factor of, oh crap, we forgot about Lycan. He smoked in and went balls deep into our territory and took Roshan. I don't know. Just the little mysteries of life.
It could just be the teams playing it. I think it depends more on like the teams, which teams are playing against each other, because some teams I feel like utilize it better, some teams don't. And then obviously, I think the only time you're gonna get Lycan is if you give it to Radiant more often than not, and maybe then they just find a way to win. So it's still not a bad hero on Radiant. I just think it's can be dealt with better. I like Clockwork pickup. It counters all three other heroes relatively well. Venge can swap a little bit, but still, if you do that, then you're sacrificing your life, and then you still have to worry about the cogs afterwards. And then you have the Invoker Sunstrike coming over the top. So not bad. I like EG's lineup right now.
Yeah, my Clockwork, he's actually going to be, remember when we used to see Armlet on Clockwork being picked up?
Yeah.
I loved it. I honestly loved it. I thought Bone 7, I thought he was brilliant picking up Armlet. Like, making yourself that much tankier, especially if you were able to get, like, a really fast Blade Mail early on and then turn that into an Armlet and just go full battle mode Clockwork, lock somebody in. Not only are you doing good battery assault damage, but your right clicks are amazing. I kind of want to see a resurgence of that when you've got a Lycan on your team, man. Think how hard you're going to be hitting as a Clockwork when Howl goes off as well. You lock somebody into your cogs, it's goddamn Thunderdome, and you're going to be walking away alive, man. Clockwork is too damn tanky, and he hits too hard for that 1v1 to go any other way.
And we see the Witch Doctor being picked up. Meldick got a good buff. It's now a 20-second cooldown instead of a 35, but the way Zai likes to play it and Easy likes to play it is they normally get the Voodoo Restoration, at least 2 in it, I think, so they have healing. What they like to do is they like their Tree, they like their Witch Doctor or Shadow Priest, so they can keep their supports alive, keep sustain, keep pushes alive. So we'll probably see him getting maybe either 2 in cast, 2 in heal, maybe he'll max Meldick, because I think the new Meldick is actually really strong. But normally he doesn't go it. I want to see if he goes it.
You think, do you like the extra levels in heal? Because I know some people really favor just leaving heal at level 1 because while you may not heal up as fast, I believe it's still the best ratio of mana to actual heal points.
The way I see Zai doing it, I think he does, that's what I was saying. I don't know if he goes 1, but I'm pretty sure he goes 2 normally. Just 2 and then he maxes, or sometimes he actually maxes the Voodoo Restoration and keeps cast at just 2 or 3. And just wants to have that extra push and just keeping his teammates alive. I mean, it's kind of worth it, but we'll see if Relax can bounce back. I mean, they should technically win all their lanes. They have OD, winner of all lanes. Actually, Invoker actually does really well against OD. Once he gets like level 3-4 and you get Forge Spirits, then you can outlast an OD. Until then, though, you're gonna be having a hard time. And Windrunner's really good. One of the best 1v1s out there, too. And you have Centaur plus AA plus Vengeful. I mean, you have the best early game lineup I've seen in a while where you can actually win almost all your lanes, maybe. So we'll see if they can actually transition this time into a better mid-game.
Yeah, because that was the biggest thing about Game 1 is that their lanes suffered pretty horribly. The Magnus is able to farm up really well at the middle lane. Mainly it was Universe. And his off lane, Timbersaw, which you talked about it, abused the fact that you were going to be seeing dual lanes. So he gets the Timbersaw, who, you know, once, especially with Living Armor, man, he was able to play so aggressively in that lane. Meant Ember Spirit didn't get as much farm. The Timbersaw was too damn big. Magnus got a bunch of farm. Wait, who was
it?
Middle?
Was Shadow Priest.
It was Shadow Priest, that's right. I'm mixing up games here
S4.
now. Yeah, I'm thinking about S4. I had Sniper in my head, too. It's too much. There's too much. We got, okay, so Relax. With the laning phase that they have, maybe they actually be able to turn the early game a bit better. I'm concerned, though, because they seem to have all this early game fighting power, but I don't see too much in the form of initiation here. Like, Centaur has the Blink Dagger. Like, for me, if you're going to go team fight, you either have to have push with it, so you can actually try and end the game early, or you get initiation where you're actually able to force all of those fights that the enemy team is trying to play passive around. You know, that's for me the difference, and I don't see either one here for Relax.
10 seconds.
What they're going to do is they're going to probably put OD mid, Windrunner bottom, and try to maybe go aggressive with the Centaur, get that fast Trinkles, fast Blink. And I like this.
Yes!
Finally.
My hero, baby. Undying. PPD loves me. He's going to pick up the Undying, and I'm loving it, man. I thought the changes to Undying was... I wasn't really confident that it was going to change him entirely, but it just helped out because Undying always fell off so hard going into the mid to late game. But now, with the change up where his... Decay, I believe is what it's called. The extra damage when you pop Flesh Golem, whatever that extra bit of damage that you force onto the enemy heroes, that didn't go through Magic Immunity. Now it does, so it gives them a little bit more mid to late game viability, I feel.
And you can no longer get gold from the zombies, so
Yeah, which is a
bristlebacks
huge
and all
problem.
these gyro counters are actually useless now. Only thing you can really do is just farm up EXP from the. I'm not exactly sure on that one actually. I think you still get EXP, not gold.
No,
but-
you no longer get experience or gold from the zombies.
Okay, experience and gold. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good. I
so
forgot which
it's,
one it was. So it's just the killing the tombstone. You get more of a bounty. I think it's like 200-ish.
But
maybe.
at the same time, there was also a change to the armor, which makes the tombstone tankier. I believe how it was in Warcraft 3, the tombstone was heavy armor, and in Dota 2, the way we obviously don't really see the armor system, but it was basically taking extra damage from. Was it hero attacks? No, I think it was just like regular creeps and towers. It was taking too much damage from those. I could be wrong. It's something like that. Tombstone, I think, is just a little bit tankier with the change. I forgot what it was. So
I was wrong. They're gonna go aggressive with the Rinminor. It's probably better. I would thought we were gonna see a classic from TI 1 days Windminor versus Clockwork, but they don't want to do that. They just want to do a Centaur versus a Clockwork, which is about an even matchup. I think Clockwork has an edge. He can definitely. I feel like Clockwork can kill a Centaur easier than a Centaur can kill a Clockwork because of the battery assaults, and he has more HP and more damage. Top lane though, it's gonna be interesting. You have death, you have decay. I don't think they're gonna be able to kill this PPD.
yeah, they're going to be pretty tanky here. Between if Witch Doctor gets to level 2, you've got Voodoo Restoration, which is really good in tri-lane scenarios. It actually gives you a lot more survivability in the lane. You mix that in with two pretty tanky heroes, Undying being able to sap away strength, and Lycan is decently tanky in his own right. So I think Evil Geniuses stand a good chance to be able to weather this, but I do like the fact that I just prefer seeing the 3 ranged heroes going up against an Undying, because I didn't really feel confident about Centaur, because Centaur is really not that tanky. At level 1, even going in level 6, level 7, 8, he's really not that tanky of a beast. So you start taking away some of that strength, and he's in a bad position. He's a melee hero, so he's going to be pretty far up there. Throw down a tombstone, and he's not going to be able to do much about that.
And we can see the decays already being spammed. If they play, he's got 340 HP. You have to understand, like 2 right clicks, and actually the Windrunner is going to be dying. They can't play too aggressive here. You need to be careful. That's the one bad thing about having these 3 ranged. Like they oh my goodness, they're
staying so
okay. They
grouped
need
up.
to go on. That's 266 for HP with a howl. Holy cow! Oh, they
Oh, the cask. Oh, it doesn't bounce to the allies. Instead, it goes back to the creeps. And unfortunately, no, PPD, he's damn tanky, though. Can they really do this? Look at all that right-click damage from Chilling Touch. Any other hero, and he would be dead. No other hero is sitting at 900 health like that. But thanks to all the decay, again, they can't really be grouping up. That's the one sad thing. 3 ranged heroes, they're all kind of clumped up together. These 2 supports maybe need to be sitting a little bit farther back, or Vengeful Spirit a little bit farther forward, because they keep getting hit by, he's grabbing 2 or 3 different decay stacks for every single one he throws out.
Right. They shouldn't be clumped up like you're saying. It's sad that they have a Lycan in the tri-lane. If they had anything else, they would have definitely killed there, but maybe they needed to wait a little bit until they got closer. But Zai just throwing out the nukes, the damage. I mean, they have clarities. They have a lot of survivability, and you need to just start sometimes just harassing people. Mid lane should be going the way of Odie. He's up by 6 CS, as expected. Bottom lane is about even. And not much right now. They could have had a Sunstrike top too, though.
Yeah, Universe, he's going for a little bit more Rocket Flare damage. I expected him, melee versus melee, to be going for more Battery Assault. Which skill build would you have preferred to see here for Universe?
I like maxing Battery Assault, but maybe he just wants to get as much CS as possible, and while harassing at the same time, which I don't know. I personally always max Battery just for the later,
The
just
kill
for
potential.
when you get 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much extra damage when you are able to lock somebody into the cogs, but Universe not going for that. It does add a little bit more global because we talked about the potential for Sunstrike to be coming in from Arteezy. He makes that with a Rocket Flare as well. It's two sources of damage that's going to be coming from these solo laners. And you could see Universe is playing pretty aggressively up against Shocklow, and it seems like Universe is doing very, very well in this lane when it comes to harassing this Centaur. Still no action yet at this top lane, but it can all break loose in just a moment. If somebody just is in a bad position here, it's either going to be the stuns coming out from Zai or possibly Dread leading in. Another 3-man decay, man. PPD. He could play so aggressively with that, too.
I was just saying he had 1,000 HP. Yeah, if you've ever seen that before at 3 minutes, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like the chilling touch, too. They had 3 ranged heroes beating down on him when we had that small bit of engagement, and he still was like a good 200 health up. No other hero would have lived through that. He took like a good 250 damage purely through chilling touch, mixed in with all the right clicks, the magic missile. There was a ton of damage, but he had a good 7 or 8 different decay stacks. So they got to be careful with that one. Lane still going decently back and forth in the middle and bottom. Shouldn't really be any real action until level 6, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on that bottom lane at about 15 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, if he gets caught out at all, he should be going down. He's got 15 movement speed on him, and he can just easily deny this Centaur now.
Up top, they did get the first blood as they catch out Mason with what I'm presuming to be just a simple magic missile into all the right-click damage. And yeah, if anybody else except for the zombie man, and they just wilt under all of that chilling touch damage.
And Zai, man, you got me distracted. I was watching bottom lane. Darn it.
Me too. Me too, man. You were talking about it. I went down to bottom. All of a sudden, I saw 3 heroes against 2 at that top lane. What do you think about Zai right now, who is doing, looks like a little bit of farming here with level 2 cask?
I mean, what are they gonna get? They can't pull. The pull was blocked, but now it's actually unblocked because they just use the sentry ward. So they get more levels from him actually going into the jungle doing this.
Oh, bottom. Universe. He was getting aggressive. I thought he just picked up level 6. Centaur does have a little bit of health regained because he has tranquil boots, but
he has 6 now.
Yeah. So if Shocklow is just a little bit too low, now he doesn't really have the maxed out battery salt. He went a 2-1-2, so he got the extra level in Rocket Flare, which is not uncommon by any means.
He's got Sunstrike over the top.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not leveled up though. Well, I mean, Arteezy's doing actually worse than I expected. He's actually losing by 18, which is not that good. Considering he has his Forge Spirits, I think the last hits should be doing a little bit better, but it's just showing you why OD's definitely still a strong laner.
Yeah, Zai right now, he's looking to be able to rotate into this lane with Cask, followed up with the Cold Snap. It should be a pretty easy kill on Tame My Wild, who can't even throw down an imprisonment, man. He's just too stunned up. So well played by Zai, making that rotation over. First he started jungling, then he starts moving around the map. He just kind of abandons this top lane a little bit, knowing that it's going to be a lost eventually. So instead he just picks up extra golden experience elsewhere.
That's the one thing about EG. Like last game and this game, they rotate their supports knowing that and they also rotated the Lycan in the jungle. They can just make space elsewhere on the map. If you just stay top in a tri-lane versus tri-lane, you're not going to get anything done. So why stay when you can get so much done? And the Universe is actually rotating mid. He's looking for the kill. He might get it, he might not. Yeah, he's just going to go back bottom against the Centaur.
Yeah, where Zai is sitting right now, so I'm sure Centaur is going to be a little bit aware of what could be happening. We do just have... Oh, yeah, they're jumping in. Arteezy getting gone on. Dread's getting a little bit low from all this Force Spirit damage, but the Centaur ultimate pops. And now Arteezy, oh man, he almost took out Dread there, but in the end, not going to fare well for him. And will go down to Tame My Wild, so a kill apiece. No, he still got it. The Force Spirit went all the way in. Why did he duck in? Why did he go in here? And why didn't he stay in there if he was going to go in there? Stay in the trees if you go in the trees, man.
Stay. Man, who started that? I want to kill them.
HY.
Trees. Okay, I'm going to... No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. Yeah,
go
you should just
find
stay in
him.
the trees. Let's find him.
Go find him and his beautiful girlfriend.
Uh,
I don't know if they're still together.
Oh.
I know plenty of people have asked that question.
Well, since ours level 7, he's 1,000 off from his Blink Dagger. I think they need him to definitely have the tempo controlling this game. I think it's basically going to all be on him. And it's kind of on Universe to find stuff, make space for this Lycan to get back in the game. He's level 5. They've been jungling, and he's found him in the jungle.
Yeah, he's found him in the jungle, but he's not low enough to get the kill, so instead he kills the wolf, and then he kills the Hellbear Smasher, and just walks away, laughing with that obnoxious Windrunner laugh. Invis going to be found by Tame My Wild. Left that one for him. Windex is going back to top lane, where PPD is currently soloing up while they do have the Lycan bottom lane. We do have Universe as well as Zai trying to take this tower, but Yoki's going to come in. Centaur coming in from the other side. Shackle doesn't quite land, and Universe will be able to walk away from the engagement just like that.
And we see that Zai has put one hook shot.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Koki's undead.
Yep, he's Sunstrike. Lands. Cast does bounce over to Shocklow, but shouldn't be able to do anything about it. We do have, I like the fact that now Mason is in the enemy jungle. They're putting so much pressure on this bottom lane. It's a lot safer for him to be in the enemy jungle right now. Anyway.
Correct, and he just needs his level 6 and his Vlads, and they can probably do Roshan with him and Arteezy, or even Zai healing him up. Not much PPD's doing top, just staying top, trying to get levels, trying to get a little bit of farm. He's been there for like 5 minutes now, just all by himself, and I don't know. It seems like as long as the game goes longer, I feel like EG's doing better because they're weathering the storm. Because I feel like Relax definitely had a better early game in all their lanes, but they're not using it. The only bad thing is they have this OD who's about to have his. He's not gonna get gone on. He's about to have his Midas though. He has it. That's the only problem I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, and an OD, I mean, as strong as he is in the laning phase, he really drops off going to the mid game. Now, Relax will be able to provide a lot mid game. In fact, that's pretty much their only thing is that they have tons of mid game power. Zai gonna get caught out here. He should get bursted down, but Evil Geniuses, no, they cancel the teleport. Not even attempting to get any sort of counter kill. Just stick with the lanes that they have right now. Let Relax 5-man. They're still gonna pull a lot out of this map. They certainly got a lot of time they can buy themselves. And I keep looking back to this Undying and just being like, I feel like him and Universe are gonna be really the factors that hold up Relax so much. I feel this Undying pick was perfect because it's one of those situations. Yoki caught out. Sunstrike going down once again. A free kill for Universe. Imprisonment, but he should still get the battery assault as he comes back out. Yoki right into death. Wind run away. Will be able to survive now. Universe getting low. Last auto attack secures it. Tame My Wild is getting gone down now by the extra damage coming out from the Witch Doctor. Dodges some of it once again with the imprisonment. The zombie still doing work on Windex, but Tame My Wild will fall. Windex can't get the kill on PPD. Thanks to that slight heal from the Flesh Golem. Now Dread being chased by more zombies. Zai, you can't really do this, buddy. Not dive in a tier 1 tower all by yourself, but still a good team fight there for Evil Geniuses. They got that little bit of scrappy power, man. And Clockwork into, it's just a Clockwork hook shot into Sunstrike is pretty much a free kill for them every single time.
And they got tower top, but it was denied. Great deny, great TP. But they're definitely coming out on top, EG. I mean, Arteezy wasn't there, and Mason wasn't there either, and they still came out ahead because they got the Windrunner, they got the OD, and they only lost their support. And so, still finding a way to come out on top, and, well, Universe died too there. He almost has his, I mean, once he has his, your Blade Mail that you love so much, maybe he will go for the Bone 7 build with the armlet.
I want to see it, man, just because, like, mixed in with how I'm just imagining just an insane semi-carry Clockwork. Windex gonna get gone on here. We do have Clockwork. He is making his way over. He's got a hook shot, but he's gonna run right into all of Relax. But again, if he wants to, he could probably hook shot in. Well, no, imprisonment makes the difference. It means he can't actually ensure the Sunstrike lands, so not going to be going in anytime soon. Just leaves themselves more room. Evil Geniuses. Yeah, going back to the Undying pickup, I love this because so much of Relax is based on the early to mid game, and that's all Undying is. Like, he falls off really hard going past like 20, 30 minutes, unless he's just mega farmed. He usually falls off pretty hard, but when all you are is just early to mid game, I feel like the Tombstone and everything else Undying does in these early fights is really going to stall Relax a lot, and then eventually we get that Lycan who's going to be coming into that split pushing carry, and then finally into a good just physical damage carry as well.
And you have the Clockwork to actually start the fight, so they have to focus on him as well. One thing Centaur does now have is Blink Dagger, searching with his Invis Rune, playing really aggressive here.
He's got to find out, though.
Treads finished on OD. That's unusual. Instead of getting a fast, Force Staff. It's pretty different. They're still defending this tower, and now they have to go back.
Yeah, split pushing power not from Lycan, but early on from Arteezy with the Forge Spirits. And Relax.
I think Centaur should have TP top. He doesn't have a TP, that's why. If Centaur had TP topped, or what level is Venge? Venge is 6. Actually, if Dread just TP top, they could have maybe got that kill. They had ulti on the OD. It would have been enough time to set up TP. I think Arteezy could have been punished there, but they didn't punish him, and they still didn't actually get the mid tower. So I'm getting worried for Relax. They need to apply some pressure somewhere.
Yeah, this game's totally stalling out. Centaur does jump in, PPD. He's going to go down, but it's a small kill. Like, getting a kill like that is all right, and it's going to allow them to take the Tier 1 tower, but I feel like they've already been stalled enough that these towers need to be falling a lot faster. It's 14 minutes in. They've only taken 1 so far.
It's a shame that this ward didn't see him fast enough, maybe. Let's see, how much vision does this do? How do you do the vision? Is it F12?
For me, it's F1 and F2. But yeah, it doesn't quite see over the cliff. We do have Universe jumping in on shock low, and he can't do anything. He can't even stomp. But even if he did, he was going to be just doing damage to himself due to Blade now.
Right, and Arteezy's got 2,900 gold. We got a Hoarder over here. He's, what do you buy? What do you buy? What do you buy?
Necrobooks probably, since you got a Lycan already on your team. You're already maxing out the split push. Imprisonment going to go down. Dread with the stun. They should be able to get this kill. Arteezy can't do the Deafening Blast in time. He's actually going to go for Tame My Wild here. Tame My Wild getting low. He doesn't have Imprisonment. Bottle up, but it's not going to be enough. And now it's just Dread versus Arteezy, and you know this is the way that this is going to go. Dread, he can't really fight up against Arteezy, especially when Zai comes and joins the party. Bottom lane, we do have Centaur trying to stop Universe's split push, but there's just so much individual killing power here from Evil Geniuses that they can afford to split up. And if Relax 5-man, it usually results in some sort of split pushing on the other side of the map. And if they don't 5-man, Evil Geniuses can fight them and get kills. Mason right now, he's taking Roshan, so that's just another added benefit for Evil Geniuses so early on into the game.
That'll let you show why you should always go at least 1 in Wex. When you get 4 in Quads, 4 in Exhort, you should never max out your Exhort still. You should always get 1 in Wex. Just always have that Deafening Blast. It does a lot of damage, even with just 4 Exhort in. And it obviously is a good stun to stop TPs, so I'm liking that he actually had that, and he was able to turn it around because he had that. Maybe if he had hit a lucky Sunstrike, he could have killed him too, but that's asking for a lot when the OD is going to be running around. You might not know what he's doing, where he's going to go. So, liking that he did that, and I don't know. This OD is not going to be coming online for a long time. This is just not looking good.
Yeah, he's really getting to the part where he falls off heavily because he's only got that 1 level of Arcane Orb. We don't have like that really good right-click power. He doesn't even have a Force Staff yet. Universe jumping in, locking in the Ancient Apparition. Cask is bouncing around, doing some decent work, but the Tombstone's right in front of everything. Mason getting low, but he does have that Aegis, so he doesn't care. He just keeps on trucking. Now Universe is chasing down Relax, Tame My Wild, Wolves, Zombies, the whole entire zoo is going to find this OD and pick him off, and it's only going to be the Centaur and the Wind Ranger who survive through that engagement. Nobody except for Arteezy go down for Evil Geniuses, and they claim the Tier 1 tower, and looking like they're going to get a good chunk of damage on the Tier 2 as well.
That was actually the perfect initiation that Relax could have for probably the rest of the game that they're going to have too. They had a 3-man stun with Centaur ulti on top of them, on top of 3 with a double edge plus the Insanity's Eclipse coming over the top. And maybe, I don't know if the power shot came, I couldn't see that. And the AA blast too. So they just killed Arteezy with that combo and nobody else. That's scary that they only got that done. So it's not looking good for Relax when they can survive all of that.
Yeah, it gets even worse now that we have a mech up. Obviously not going to be that effective versus Ice Blast, but every other scenario, it's going to be perfect. Zai, he's over halfway to an Aghanim, so he's really happy with his positioning. And now that Necrobook, that investment is really going to be paying off now because we've got Necrobook 3 for Arteezy. The Lycan right now, Mason, you got to still be going Necrobook, right? He just really hasn't put any of his gold into those items yet. He went for a Medallion, went for a Vlad's, went for some of those earlier items that allows you to do Roshan and farm up better.
Yeah, they just put all their eggs in one basket, aka meaning they just shut down the Lycan really hard for the first 10 minutes of the game. And with the last 8 minutes, Arteezy split push and they getting the towers plus Zai and PPD, like just Zai roaming around with Universe. They've been able to do a lot of work and get back into this, let this Lycan get back into this game. So for sure he's going to go a Necro 3 to answer your question. And actually Arteezy has a Necro 3. So once they have both of those, there's actually nothing that Relax can probably do. I mean, you're going to have 2 and then
Universe
5.
Jumping in. We do have the Force Staff that's going to be able to help him out. Shocklow, he's not doing anything to Universe because of the Blade Mail. He's just sitting there. Universe with the double damage, trying to run away. We also have Mason on the side and with the Aegis, and maybe he wants to think about turning. Universe, he's going to go down, though, as they finally catch up with the Centaur ultimate. Imprisonment being laid down on PPD, who's going to throw down a Tombstone, try and pop the Flesh Golem, but Mason doesn't have any mana to pop his Wolf form, meaning he's not much of a carry, especially when he's held up in that Shackle shot.
Aegis.
He embraces the death, though, because he's got that Aegis. He's going to come back in Wolf form, and the rest of Relax are running right into that Tombstone. We do have finally an Imprisonment coming back. That hero goes down. The rest of the cores from Relax trying to get away, but they're all being chased by evil geniuses who only lost the Clockwork and the Aegis, which was going to go down eventually anyway.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes left on the Aegis. Good TPs. Now they can just farm up the jungle, control them more. The only bad thing is they could have maybe gotten top tower if they didn't TP, but instead they save PPD, they save...
oh no!
Zai.
Oh, Shocklow, he missed his stun. And because of
actually,
that...
Zai's really close to... Oh, Sunstrike, oh my goodness, he got him.
Oh, no way. Tame my wild. Like, it wasn't bad enough. It wasn't bad enough that he died 4 different times. The game is looking grim, but now just random Sunstrikes picking him off. Well played by Arteezy.
I mean, they really need a Force Staff on OD before he can actually do anything, and they need a lot of help. I mean, they have a mech maybe on the Centaur, but they're just lacking, I don't know, lacking damage now for sure. With OD being so, I guess I'm going to call him small. He's a small man right now.
They can't do much to stop these constant pushes, and once the double Necro Book is up, they can 5-man instead of split pushing. 2-man stomp. They're going to get a lot here. Ice Blast as well. Both heroes should fall from that one. Arteezy and Universe will take out. Zai's committing to taking the tower, though. He gets it. Tier 2. He trades his life for it, but hey, he was probably going to go down anyway, so good heads-up play there from Zai. 3 heroes get picked off from evil geniuses, but still taking something, man. Even when things don't go well for them, they still manage to get 2 different Tier 2 towers.
Yeah, that was actually worth it more for EG than it was for Relax. They're just like trying to claw their way back into this game. They got 2 towers, which is a lot of map control. They have Necro 3 now done almost on Lycan. They have Ags on Zai, and they almost have... they don't have an... I mean, they have so much right now. There's just... I don't know. Even that's like tactical feed right there. You're getting so much out from the other rest of the map when you do that.
Now we do have that Aghanim's upgrade for Death Ward, so it's going to be bouncing all over the place. Unfortunately, he's still not level 3 Death Ward, which is where it really kicks in, and it's amazing. But still going to be pretty damn effective. PPD here, maybe thinking about going for a pipe as his next item. I personally like Aghanim Scepter as well on Undying. Makes you tankier, as well as especially with the change to the extra bit of decay damage that is going on those teams. Now that it goes through Magic Immunity, I think just making the Aghanim's upgrade even more viable for Undying.
Can you tell me what the Undying new thing is? Because I forgot what it does. Exactly.
So when you go into Flesh Golem, hold on, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm using the wrong keyboard. There's too many keyboards.
He's pulling it up.
Okay,
He's cheating, guys.
so Soul Rip. That's right, Soul Rip. That was the other thing I was going to talk about during the draft. Is Soul Rip is, I think, an extremely underrated ability in Dota 2. That was buffed. So the search rate for the units that you pull it from. Hold on, RTZ getting gone on here. Good Force Staff, though. Universe saves his ally, and that means the Ice Blast will miss, and maybe RTZ will be kept alive, especially with that hook shot locking in two. Universe saves RTZ 2 times in a row, and now Relaxer on the back foot. Deafening Blast, though. The Rocket's going to be able to seal the deal on that Ancient Apparition. Sure enough, you're right. Mason's pushing in bottom. The zombies beating it down as well, and GG is called from Relax. So it's just a real quick 2 games for Evil Geniuses, both on Alliance and Evil Geniuses, making it look, making the D2CL look pretty easy for them.
Pretty easy indeed, and they just snowballed out of control. I think Relax's draft, they needed to snowball early and often. They just didn't do it. And DG just was able to split push and pick apart Relax. So well played by them both games, and it's pretty fun. Pretty good.
Yep, I just want to say real quick, I kept saying decay because I was losing the actual word I wanted to say. It's Plague Aura for Flesh Golem. Decay is obviously his Q. So the Plague Aura is what goes through Magic Immunity. There's a couple other buffs, but since we're at the end of the game, it's nothing to talk about. You can go check it out, the changelog yourself. Guys, though, that is going to be it for today's cast for the Dota 2 Champions League. We are going to be ending this stream on Daily Motion. However, I still have more games to cast. We're going to be going into the ESL US qualifiers. We've got... we still got a match to be casted there, as well as Sheever is casting right now. Cloud9 versus Rockskiz in the Join Dota League semifinals. So you'll definitely want to go check that one up. I'll be start casting in an hour and 9 minutes is when my match starts. That's going to be on Join Dota Blue. It's going to be eHug versus Union Gaming. So that should be a fun little match for the ESL US qualifier. So definitely be sure to check that out, guys. Also be sure to check out my co-caster, Real. You got anything to pimp?
You can follow me at Raybars Dota, and that's it. I might be playing in the American Dota League later. That's why I'm not casting with Cap, if you want to know why. So come, you should watch his stream, and you should watch me play. So how about that? There you go.
Do both at the same time. Buy the ticket for ESL. That's what you should do. That way you can watch an end game and watch the ADL and watch Ryu Burrow's super stand-in himself be a big old feeder. So
I do feed
frequently. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in just an hour for the ESL US qualifier eHug versus Union Gaming.